Welcome students of class 8. Now this is your third class on the chapter material, metal and non-metal. Now in previous classes we have discussed the physical properties and some of the chemical properties, that is reaction with oxygen and reaction with water. Now from this part, that is the previous two classes, there are some questions, that is phosphorus being a non-metal easily react with oxygen but it cannot react with water. For this reason the phosphorus is reserved under water. So the question is why phosphorus is kept reserved under water. The answer will be that the phosphorus is a non-metal and it does not react with water. We have discussed earlier that phosphorus being a non-metal and maximum non-metals does not react with water. Some of them reacts with a slow speed with water, but the metals like sodium, potassium vigorously reacts with water and the reaction is exothermic in nature. Now what is an exothermic reaction? When a reaction evolves heat as an energy. When a reaction evolves heat as an energy, this is called an exothermic reaction. So when sodium or potassium is react with water, then huge amount of heat is produced, and for this reason it is known as exothermic reaction. The term is exothermic reaction. That is when heat is evolved from a reaction. Example, reaction of sodium with water. In the same way, reaction of potassium with water. Now NaK, these are the symbol of the element. Now we have to write sodium, potassium by this term. Another one question is given in your NCERT textbook, that is when a copper utensils kept in the open air, then there is a formation of a greenish layer. What is this greenish layer? In the atmosphere there is the presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide and the element itself. In presence of these, and also water particle, in presence of these there is a formation of a compound. Formation of a compound, the name of the compound is basic copper carbonate. Basic copper carbonate, the formula is CuOH whole twice CuCO3. Basic copper carbonate, CuOH whole 2, CuCO3. This is the formula of the compound, and for this reason the greenish layer is formed, because this comes with green color, right? Now in today's class we will discuss on the next two reactions, that is reactions of metal and non-metals with acid and with base, and some of the examples. So first of all, reaction of metals with acid. Now in this portion we will discuss on the reaction of dilute HCl and dilute H2SO4, that is dilute hydrochloric acid and dilute sulfuric acid, on the following elements, that is the magnesium, aluminium, iron, copper, carbon, sulfur. These examples are given in your NCERT textbook. Magnesium, aluminium, iron, these are metals and these are metals, these are non-metals. Carbon and sulfur are non-metals. So we have to take an individual element and then we have to react it by the given acid. So first of all, you have to write down the equation with the product. So always a reaction comes with a product. Now when magnesium reacts with dilute HCl, then there is a formation of a new compound. When aluminium reacts with dilute HCl, there are also a new compound, iron, copper, carbon and sulfur. There are individual compounds are formed during the reaction. So first of all, we have to take magnesium plus dilute HCl. Mg, that is magnesium plus dilute HCl. Product will be magnesium chloride plus hydrogen. Magnesium plus dilute HCl, magnesium chloride plus hydrogen. Next, magnesium plus dilute H2SO4, that is dilute sulfuric acid, produces magnesium sulfate. Plus hydrogen gas. So first of all, magnesium reacts with dilute HCl producing magnesium chloride. Now magnesium chloride is a salt. Magnesium chloride is a salt. Magnesium sulfate also is a salt. So when a metal reacts with an acid forming a salt and hydrogen gas is liberated. Hydrogen evolves in the gaseous form, and from this hydrogen we get a pop sound. If we take a proper instrument for this reaction, then hydrogen gas, the issuing hydrogen gas, when burnt by an fire, then it will give a pop sound, that is hydrogen burnt itself, and for this reason the pop sound is formed. Next reaction, that is with aluminium. So magnesium with magnesium chloride and magnesium sulfate. Next, aluminium. Aluminium also forms two different compounds, that is aluminium chloride and another one is aluminium sulfate. So aluminium chloride and aluminium sulfate, these are the new compounds formed, and with that the byproduct is another one, that is hydrogen. Here also the hydrogen. Now first of all, there is a question, that is aluminium when reacts with dilute HCl, then first the reaction rate is very slow. Why? Because there is a oxide layer is there in the upper surface of the aluminium, and first of all we have to dissolve the oxide layer and then the metal will react directly with the acid. So first of all the reaction is very slow and then reaction will proceed with a moderate speed. But the latter one, as sulfate, for aluminium sulfate, as sulfuric acid is a stronger acid, so it will react moderately or with fast rate to form the product, that is aluminium sulfate plus hydrogen. Next one, that is with iron. Iron plus dilute HCl, that is iron chloride, ferrous chloride. Iron plus dilute H2SO4 forming ferrous sulfate. in both the cases there is will be the evolving of hydrogen gas. So iron plus dilute HCl, that is ferrous chloride, iron plus dilute HCl4, that is ferrous sulfate, plus hydrogen gas. Next one, that is copper. Now in the there is a table known as reactivity table. Then the position of copper is below that of the hydrogen. So from the acid it cannot eliminate hydrogen. In the reactivity series, the copper is situated below the hydrogen, so it cannot release hydrogen from the acid, and for this reason dilute HCl and also dilute H2SO4 cannot react with copper, but concentrate H2SO4 react with copper to form copper sulfate, sulfur dioxide and water. So dilute H2SO4 and dilute HCl both in normal condition and warm condition does not react with copper metal, right? Now next example, that is two non-metals. Now non-metals, that is carbon and sulfur. We have earlier discussed that carbon and sulfur being a non-metal does not react with acid and base. So here carbon plus dilute HCl, no reaction will occur, right? And it is also true for sulfur. Next point, that is reaction with base. Number 4, that is reaction of metal with base. Now base, that is here is the presence of a hydroxyl ion, that is OH. Now reaction of metal with a base, that is if we take aluminium plus NaOH, so when aluminium metal reacts with sodium hydroxide is the base in aqueous medium, then it will form a salt that is called sodium aluminate. Sodium aluminate plus evolution of hydrogen gas. So this is one example where metal reacts with a base forming a salt, that is sodium aluminate and hydrogen. Now in today's class, so we have discussed on the reactions of metal with acid, reactions of metal with base, and the examples like the with iron metal, with magnesium and copper and aluminium. And for the base we have take aluminium and sodium hydroxide. So there is the product, that is a salt formation and hydrogen gas, and when hydrogen gas is comes in contact with a fire, then it will burnt with a pop sound, and here the evolution of hydrogen gas is proved. Now when a metal is below the hydrogen in the reactivity series, so example copper, silver, gold, these are below of the hydrogen in the reactivity series, so they cannot eliminate hydrogen from the acid, right? So follow your NCERT textbook regarding these 2 points, that is reaction of acid and reaction of base. In the next class we will discuss on the remaining portion, that is the displacement reaction and use of it, right? Thank you.